Good evening. My name is Mayor Mary Alexander Basta, and I hereby call to order the regular board meeting of April 27th, 2021 for the Village of Bolingbrook. I'd like to invite Jose Contero up to join me in the Pledge of Allegiance, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Wasn't so bad, was it?
Thanks, Lord.
Thank you. May I have a roll call, please?
Yes, Mayor. Trustee Zarate? Here. Trustee Watts?
Here.
Trustee Lawler?
Here.
Trustee Jaskowitz?
Here.
Trustee Carpenzano is absent. Mayor Basta?
Here. Thank you very much. May I have a motion to approve the minutes of regular meeting of April 13th, 2021, please?
So moved. Second.
Trustee Jaskowitz, second. Trustee Lawler, are there any additions, corrections, or deletions? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Next, we have the approval of the agenda. Mr. Odelson, are there any changes to this evening's agenda?
No changes, Madam Mayor.
Thank you very much. May I have a motion to approve tonight's agenda?
So moved.
Trustee Watts, second. Trustee Zarate, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. This evening, we have one appointment and one reappointment to be approved this evening. Planning Commission reappointment for the chair, Mir Ali, and we have a new commissioner, Mike Shea. May I have a motion to approve the reappointment of Mir Ali to the position of Chair of Planning Commission and the appointment of Mike Shea as Planning Commissioner, please?
So moved.
Trustee Lawler,
Second.
second. Trustee Watts, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. This evening, we have a very long agenda, and we'll try to be mindful of everyone's time. But first, we have a presentation by the Solid Waste Committee. As many of you know, 3 months ago, we had an ad hoc committee to study the issues related to solid waste removal service here in Bolingbrook. The committee was made up of residents from the east side, west side, and central Bolingbrook. Trustees Michael Lawler and Bob Jaskowitz were chairing the committee. The timing of forming this committee was significant in that the contract of our current solid waste service provider, Groot, expires in April of 2022. So the process of sending it out for bid needs to be initiated at some point this summer. I'd like to thank all the members of the committee, and if you are here this evening, I'd like for you to please step forward. For all of your hard work for the past 3 months in exploring the issues and recommending how the village is to move forward. So I would like to welcome up Larry Zubernat, AJ Hundle, who I don't see in the group, Mark Piper, Tom Ross, Cindy Santana Taylor, Margaret Tyson, and Kate Mativich. Is that okay? Yes, thank you. Not in attendance this evening is Jay Colder, Jamie Olson, and Conrad Zadlow. They were unable to make it this evening. I have to commend you. I know that the task before you was a difficult one, and I know that you guys had a lot of speed bumps in the way. And some of you were very passionate about certain things, and we very much appreciate the effort that you guys put into this. We appreciate the fact that you took time out of your schedules to help. This has been a very important issue in Bolingbrook, and one that with your help, we hope to rectify in the very near future. So thank you so much for all of your time and effort. We appreciate it. I'm going now to turn this over to Trustee Lawler and Jaskowitz to provide a little bit more on the committee's findings and recommendations. So, gentlemen.
Well, as the mayor said, this committee has been working for about 90 days roughly. with their ups and downs and being a lot of independent people on the group. But I think we came to a fairly good recommendation for the village and what we're going to be able to do to put out a bid. We still have a few weak areas that we had probably a 50-50 split on how to handle certain things, and that was mostly in the recycle area. And Trustee Lawler will explain that. I have some ideas on how I think it might work, but I'll bring that up when it's time to discuss that. But I think overall, this committee did an excellent job. And they worked hard. They took the task very seriously, and they didn't let anybody step over any of them. They all held their own ground when they felt very strongly about something. And so thank you very much to all the committee members.
I'll start out with thank you to all the committee members. What we asked them to do, and we've reported on this for the last several months, was we gave them access to the existing contract and also surrounding communities, a grid of surrounding communities, their program components and the cost. And they had to go through the materials with the help from Lucas Rickelman, who helped explain the various programs in surrounding communities and the contract. The residents had to go through and come up with their suggestions on what they wanted to see moving forward. We reached consensus, or they reached consensus, because Trustee Jaskowitz and I were there to just facilitate discussion and make sure that we accurately gathered the information. So they reached consensus on such items as yard waste and keeping that the way it is today. No stickers. There was rumors out there of adding stickers. And the last time we tried that, I feared for my life. And then bulk items, electronics recycling, and the other thing was
The 1 day a year where everybody.
the spring cleanup. And then they also.
And still unlimited bags.
Yeah, and unlimited bags on the curb, on the pickup. They did reach consensus on offering optional toters for those with garbage and recycling, but they were 100% in line with offering optional toters for people to put their garbage in and still have the ability to go over that. And the toters would be paid for by those who wish to have them. The recycling toters was a split, as Trustee Jaskowitz talked about, but they gave some very thoughtful input into some options that we considered. And again, this recommendation is going to this village board and to staff to then put together a request for proposal for the renewal, for the contract. And it could be a renewal or it could be a new contract with a different vendor. So again, very complicated issues to talk about, and folks had their desired, and the most important thing, I think, is that, and the reason for having people from all different parts of town and different tenure in town was to make sure that all the residents' voices were heard. And we think the committee members did a great job with that.
And it's going to be a few meetings of discussing it, putting it together, putting a bid together, and so on. But if it hasn't already been done, I would like to see this report put on village website so other residents can take a look at it, see what the suggestions are, and maybe make comments on, oh, I like this or I don't like this. And so we can get that.
Yeah, the report is a public document, and in there you'll see the summary of the discussion and the findings, and then there's a grid showing how each person voted on a particular topic, a component, program component, and then those who wished could also put their individual comments in the report. So that's the format of the report, and that will be made available.
Thank you, gentlemen, for your time and your efforts. And again, thank you to the committee. I'm sure that the committee, as well as the trustees involved, realize that this is not a light switch topic. It's not something that we could just change in a day, because there are extremely passionate people about one or the other. I think in the meantime, until we're able to bid out that contract and change, there are things that residents can do in the now to help with the garbage situation. One of them is, remember that recycling toters are currently optional. You can go out and get your own recycling toter as you wish and bring that to the curb. Secondly, and I know many people did not know, but we do have the lids for the blue bins. Now, you have to have the new blue bins. So if you moved in 15, 20 years ago and you have the odd size blue bins, bring that in or just put a sticker on it. Groot will pick it up. And you can get new bins with the lids. So in the now, and then be mindful. I mean, this is our neighborhood. This is our village. So if you're walking around or taking a stroll or whatever, or when you pick up, I know when I pick up my bins, there's always sometimes trash that falls. So just grab that, pick it up, be a good neighbor, and we'll be fine until the new contract, and we'll see where it goes. But thank you again to everyone who participated in making this happen. We appreciate it. Next item, we have a proclamation this evening, and it's designated May 2021 as Motorcycle Awareness Month. I'd like to invite Chris Hansen up to the podium, please. Hi, come on up. Thank you for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Now, you are the president of Duquesne Chapter of Abate of Illinois,
Yep,
correct?
correct.
You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. So, Abate, Illinois, what we are is we're a motorcyclist rights group. We make sure, obviously, that we're out there advocating for the rights and freedoms of motorcyclists, ATV riders, things like that. And May is particularly important to us with it being Motorcycle Awareness Month because it's been all winter and everybody forgets we exist. So now we're back on the roads, and to give you an example, I just got updated numbers today. In the state of Illinois, and we've roughly been, at least I've been riding for, I don't know, a month now, we're already up to 14 fatalities. And these little suckers are a problem. I'll give you an example. I went down to Springfield a couple weeks ago. I live in Elburn, so leaving Elburn, heading to Springfield, I decided to entertain myself by counting how many texting drivers I saw on the way. I wasn't even halfway, and I lost count at 87.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's very important that we, get the cell phones down because the fatalities are going up, and there was just one a couple weeks ago with a 16-year-old girl texting and cut off a biker and killed him. So we're having these problems. So that's more or less what we do, is just make sure that motorcyclists are taken care of.
Well, we appreciate you. This evening we'll be presenting a proclamation, and it reads as follows. Whereas safety is the highest priority for the highways and streets in the village of Bolingbrook, state of Illinois, and whereas the great state of Illinois is proud to be a national leader in motorcycle safety, education, and awareness, and whereas motorcycles are a common and economical means of transportation that reduces fuel consumption and road wear and contributes in a significant way to the relief of traffic and parking congestion, and whereas it is especially meaningful that the citizens of the village of Bolingbrook be aware of motorcycles on the roadways and recognize the importance of motorcycle safety, whereas the members of Duquesne Abate of Illinois, it stands for a brotherhood aimed towards education, correct?
In this state, yes.
Continually promote motorcycle safety education and awareness in high school driver's education programs and in the general public in the village of Bolingbrook and the state of Illinois, presenting motorcycle awareness programs to cover over 120,000 participants in Illinois over the past 6 years. Whereas the motorcyclists of Illinois have contributed extensive volunteerism and money to national and community charitable organizations, and whereas during the month of May, all roadway users should unite in the safe sharing of roadways within the village of Bolingbrook and throughout the great state of Illinois. Now, therefore, I, Mary Alexander Basta, Mayor of the Board of Trustees of the Village of Bolingbrook, Will, and DuPage Counties, Illinois, do hereby proclaim May 2021 as National Motorcycle Awareness Month in the Village of Bolingbrook and urge all motorists to join in the effort to improve safety and awareness in our roadways.
Thank you very much.
luck. Stay safe.
All right. Next up, we have already approved the reappointment of Mir Ali and the appointment of Mike Shea, so I will ask Mr. Ali to step up, please, for the oath. Hi,
Hey,
how are you?
good.
Great.
How's it going?
Good, thank you. Ready to do this again?
Let's do it.
All right. I state your name.
I, Mir Ali,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will uphold the Constitution of the United States,
that I will uphold the Constitution of the United States,
Constitution of the State of Illinois,
Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the Municipal Code of the Village of Bolingbrook,
Municipal Code of the Village of Bolingbrook,
and that I will faithfully discharge my duties
and that I will faithfully discharge my duties
as Chair of Planning
as Chair
Commission
of Plan Commission
to the best of my ability
to the best of my ability
in a manner prescribed by law.
in a manner prescribed by law.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Smile.
Yeah, I know, right? Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Next, we will have Mike Shea. Good evening. How are you?
Well,
I'm doing well, thank you. Ready?
I am.
I state your name,
I, Mike Shea,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will uphold the Constitution of the State of of the United States,
that I will uphold the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the Municipal Code of the Village of Bolingbrook,
the Municipal Code of the Village of Bolingbrook,
and I will faithfully discharge my duties
and I will faithfully discharge my duties
as Plan Commissioner
as Plan Commissioner
to the best of my ability
to the best of my ability
in a manner prescribed by law.
in a manner prescribed by law.
Congratulations. Good. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Best of luck.
Absolutely.
Those are always the fun things. I love those. All right. Next is our public hearing regarding Bolingbrook's fiscal year 2021 and 2022 proposed budget for all funds. The public hearing notice was published on the Daily Herald newspaper on April 16, 2021, giving notice on the proposed budget for all funds for 21-22 fiscal year. Public hearing referencing Bolingbrook's fiscal year 21 and 22 proposed budgets for all funds. The budget that is before you this evening was prepared by staff and presented at the public workshop on Saturday, April 10th of 2021. Each department made a presentation about their portion of the budget. While the COVID-19 pandemic continues and social distancing and reduced capacity rules are still in effect, there are signs that more businesses are attempting to return to full operations and adapt to the new normal. However, it is clear that village revenues will still be adversely affected. Sales tax is 41.5% of budget revenue. State income tax is 12.3%. Transfer tax, 5.3%. Restaurant and liquor tax, 4.3%. Hotel tax, 1.8%. And gasoline tax, 3.6%. The above sources of revenue represent 68.7% of the total revenue in the proposed general fund budget. Each of these sources will continue to be impacted until the village, the state, and the local economy return to normal. Please note that this is down from last year, where these revenue sources made up 70.6% of the general fund. However, the village was able to make up for these lost revenues with passing of the American Rescue Plan Act earlier this year. With that being said, the budget before you is balanced. The general corporate fund includes $84,411,139. The corporate fund includes $55,610,758. 65.9% of which is for wages and benefits. The village has 6 labor contracts, 2 of which are on the agenda this evening for approval for new contracts. Therefore, as of April 30th, 2021, only 2 of the 6 unions representing the village employees have expired labor contracts. The village is currently negotiating with MAP 522 and AFSCME 2014 with the hopes of having those contracts settled shortly. The staff did propose new positions, but at this time, there are only 4 presented in this budget. 3 in fire for additional manning of fire station number 5, and a grant coordinator in planning and zoning to help the village seek new funding opportunities. The co-administrators will be working with the departments through the year and will bring back any additional personnel requests that can be accommodated through long-term budget planning. The 21-22 fiscal budget, including all funds and transfers, is $157,972,726. Madam Clerk, are there any public comments?
Madam Mayor, we have no public comments pertaining to these action items on the agenda this evening. We did, however, have an email exchange between a resident, Marcia Morris, and staff to clarify some questions.
Mayor, I'll make a motion to open the public hearing for the 2021-22 budget.
Second.
Okay, motion, trustee Lawler, second, trustee Jaskowitz. Do we have anyone in the public that would like to make any comments regarding our budget this evening? Okay. We have resident Jackie Trenier. Good evening.
Good evening. Thanks.
Thank you.
Just want to say thank you for everyone that ran in the most recent election. It's a hard job. As a county board member for the last 12 years, I know how difficult it is to run for election and sometimes not succeed in the efforts that you have put forth. So I want to make sure I say thank you for that. And especially to Trustee Lawler, I'm glad to hear that you're being respectful of the residents' voices as it pertains to the garbage issue. I know when I got up here and spoke 2 years ago, I didn't feel as if I was respected at all when I was speaking about the memo to the mayor that was put together by residents of this community. So it's nice to see that there's been a change in your views of the residents here in the community. I'm here today to specifically talk about the garbage payment of the bill. I would really like to see the village go back to the prior arrangement. Clearly, the voters have made that clear as well, that they want to see that the garbage is included in their property tax, not as a separate line bill that is sent to their homes quarterly. I know there was some discussion by many people, in fact, one of the people in this room that unfortunately left, about what the definition of a tax. So I'm just going to read from Merriam-Webster's dictionary: a charge usually of money imposed by an authority on persons or property for public purposes. Clearly, the garbage situation does rise to that level of definition. The residents were very clear when they voted on April 6th in a 2-to-1 fashion to revert to the old method of payment for garbage rather than a separate bill sent to each resident's home. So I want to remind you of that. I understand from looking at some meeting minutes and meetings that were held that you did not discuss this in your budget preparations and deliberations for this year, and I am kind of shocked, I'll be honest. It wasn't a close election. It was 2-to-1. There were almost about 7,000 people that voted to rescind the garbage tax. That should have been a part of your discussion. I get that the vote was not made official until today, I believe, but it wasn't a close vote. It was a very, very overwhelming vote that residents felt that they didn't need to pay this new tax, that the village should be making do with the monies that they have. So in light of the fact that there's never been an explanation for why it should be a new bill other than somebody has to pay for the garbage, which obviously we all do, whether it's through sales tax, property tax, or a separate bill. We live here, we're paying for the garbage. But the residents would prefer to see that back on their property tax, and it was made very, very clear. So I want to urge you to consider that before you pass this budget. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Trenier. And thank you also for all of your work and your effort with regards to the election. We appreciate you. Any other comments here this evening? No? All right.
With that, I'll make a motion to close the public hearing.
A second.
Motion, trustee Lawler, second, trustee Jaskowitz. All those in favor, or do we do roll call on that one, sir?
All in favor?
All in favor? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, public hearing is closed. Go on to bill listings now? It's my first go-round in this. All right. Bill listing A, $1,725,979.86. Bill listing B is $315,085.66, for a total of $2,041,065.52. Our tax receipts for February 2021 state income tax was
Mayor?
not,
I'll make a motion to approve the bill listing. To pay the bills.
oh, don't do that.
I'll second.
Are you paying the bills? Are you gonna pay the bills?
No,
I have my wallet.
roll
All
call.
right, it's on public TV, you guys all heard that, right? All right. Tax receipts, February,
We actually have to vote roll call.
sorry. Motion, trustee Jaskowitz, second, trustee Lawler. Roll call, please.
Trustee Zarate? Yes. Trustee Watts?
Yes.
Trustee Lawler?
Yes.
Trustee Jaskowitz?
Yes.
Mayor Basta?
Yes, I apologize. Scribbled on my notes. Tax receipts. February 2021 income tax was $903,752.40, compared to February of 2020, which was $755,475.35, which was an increase of 19.6%. January 2021 sales tax was $2,736,070.54, compared to January of 2020, which was $2,455,012.93, for an increase of 11.4%. February 2021 motor fuel tax was $200,480.11, compared to February 2020 motor fuel tax of $225,755.52, for an 11.2% decrease. January 2021 state administrative fee was $21,525.03. Good? Motion? We're good?
Good.
Okay, good. We have two resolutions for consideration this evening. Our first resolution is 21R-021, approving recovering the operable walls at the Bolingbrook Golf Club by folding partition services. This resolution approves a proposal by folding partition services for the recovering of all 52 operable panel walls and 8 outside of pocket doors. The old fabric will be removed, the panels will be prepped and recovered. The company will change out all the bad trolleys and level panels and repair the sagging past door. The Public Service Committee has reviewed and recommends approval. Basically, with COVID, we've had to divide the rooms consistently and regularly. Those walls, I don't believe, have been refinished since the club has been open, and so they need a facelift, and that's what this is for. The bidding, we found out that the backbone is good. It just needs to be resurfaced or refinished or refabricated. So that's what this is for. May I have a motion to approve this resolution? Trustee Watts? Second. Second, trustee Zarate. Any questions or discussions? Seeing none, may I have a roll call vote, please?
Trustee Zarate?
Yes.
Trustee Watts?
Yes.
Trustee Lawler?
Yes.
Trustee Jaskowitz?
Yes.
Mayor Basta?
Yes, thank you. Next resolution is 21R-022, approving a proposal with Chaston and Associates LLC for professional engineering services related to Canterbury Lane culvert replacement. This resolution approves a proposal from Chaston and Associates LLC for professional engineering services for the Canterbury Lane culvert replacement. The village will be replacing the culvert, and Chaston will provide the Phase 3 engineering services and project management for the reconstruction. Chaston provided Phase 2 engineering for this project. Construction dollars will be paid out of the motor fuel tax dollars. The Public Services Committee has reviewed and does recommend approval. May I have a motion to approve Resolution 21R-022?
So moved.
Trustee Lawler?
Second.
Trustee Zarate? Any questions or discussions?
Do you have any idea what the actual cost will be for this, even though it's coming out of the motor fuel tax?
Mr. Rickelman?
It should be just under $500,000, I believe, is what the MFT budget that we passed for it. But, you know, we're hoping to have a bid opening by the end of May, and we'll have an idea then
Okay.
as to what the actual costs are.
Any other questions? All right, seeing none, may I have a roll call vote, please?
Yes. Trustee Zarate?
Yes.
Trustee Watts?
Yes.
Trustee Lawler?
Yes.
Trustee Jaskowitz? Mayor Basta?
Yes, thank you. Next, we have 6 ordinances for consideration this evening. First ordinance is 21-023, approving a development agreement between the Village of Bolingbrook and Pulte Home Company LLC for the development of the property located at the southeast corner of Hassert Boulevard and Essington Road. Pulte is entering into a development agreement in order to develop 77.79 acres at the southeast corner of Hassert Boulevard and Essington Road for the purpose of constructing the Sawgrass development with 216 single-family homes. Pulte has requested that the village to enter into a development agreement to provide the manner in which the subdivision will be developed. The development agreement approves the preliminary plat of subdivision, preliminary engineering plans, and preliminary landscaping plans. The agreement also establishes a timeline for the payment of annexation fees and associated development fees. The final agreement is subject to final review of approval by co-administration and village attorney. May I have a motion to approve ordinance 21-023?
So moved.
Trustee
Second.
Jaskowitz, second. Trustee Zarate, are there any questions or discussions? Seeing none, may I have a roll call vote, please?
Yes. Trustee Zarate?
Yes.
Trustee Watts?
Yes.
Trustee Lawler?
Yes.
Trustee Jaskowitz?
Yes.
Mayor Basta?
Yes, thank you. PC 21.05, approval for a special use permit for the planned development of variances, preliminary development plan and preliminary plat of subdivision Sawgrass, southeast corner of Hassert Boulevard and Essington Road. Rob Gatz with Pulte Group is the applicant. May I have a motion to accept the Plan Commission's approval of the special use permit for planned development with variances, final development plan, and plat of vacation?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call vote, please.
That's just a voice vote.
Voice vote for the.
Voice vote.
For
All
the
those in
resi-
favor?
Aye.
We need a motion and a second first.
We
You got
had
it?
Got it.
Trustee Jaskowitz
Jaskowitz? And
and trustee Watts.
Watts. Thank you.
I'll make a motion to approve the ordinance that accompanies that Plan Commission report.
I'll second that.
Okay. So we got the ordinance. Roll call vote, please, for the ordinance.
Trustee Zarate?
Yes.
Trustee Watts?
Yes.
Trustee Lawler?
Yes.
Trustee Jaskowitz?
Yes.
Mayor Basta?
Yes, thank you. I have the special use permit for planned development for Rich Curran McNeil Automotive is the applicant.
Sorry?
And
Motion to accept the Plan Commission approval for special use permit for a plan development with variances.
Right.
That's
Rich Curran, McNeil
I think
Automotive.
that's a prior meeting.
No? Okay, next up, sorry, ordinance 21-025, amending the Bolingbrook annual budget, 2020 and 2021 fiscal year. During the fiscal year, some budgetary items exceed the original budgeted amount. In order to balance the budget, the staff prepares an amended budget at the end of the year. This transfers amounts between line items and accounts so they balance. This is a part of the yearly closeout and audit preparation process. This ordinance approves the interfund and expense transfer, total receipts and revenues from all funds during the fiscal year 2020 and 2021, $148,797,616. Total expenses, including carried forward capital improvements, were $157,972,727. May I have a motion to approve this ordinance, please?
So moved.
Second?
Trustee Lawler, second. Trustee Zarate, roll call vote, please.
Trustee Zarate?
Yes.
Trustee Watts?
Yes.
Trustee Lawler?
Yes.
Trustee Jaskowitz?
Yes.
Trustee Carpenzano? Sorry, Mayor Basta.
Yes, thank you. Motion carries. Next, we have ordinance 21-026, adopting the Bolingbrook annual budget for 2021-22 fiscal year. This ordinance adopts the village's 21-22 fiscal budget as discussed during the public hearing. May I have a motion to approve this ordinance?
So moved.
Second?
Trustee Lawler, second. Trustee Watts. Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Zarate?
Yes.
Trustee Watts?
Yes.
Trustee Lawler?
Yes.
Trustee Jaskowitz?
Yes.
Mayor Basta.
Yes, thank you. Motion carries. Next, this is an ordinance that has been a long time
Yes.
coming, correct? I'm sure you guys will know why when I read this ordinance. Tom, you might even know why. Ordinance 21-027, approving negotiated agreement between Metropolitan Alliance of Police, Chapter 3, and the Village of Bolingbrook. This is our contract that goes from May 1st, 2018 to April 30th, 2023, subject to attorney approval. This ordinance approves a collective bargaining agreement with the Metropolitan Alliance of Police, known as MAP 3 Patrolman, for a term of 5 years, starting May 1st, 2018 through April 30th, 2023. The current agreement in place expired on April 30th, 2018. The new agreement contains a 2.5 wage increase effective May 1st each year for the first 4 years, and 2.75 increase for the 5th year. The insurance contribution from the patrolman will increase each year of the contract by 5%, 5%, 5%, 5%, with the last year being 9%. And the retiree health contributions will be for a total of 6%, divided between the village 3% and employees 3%. The Public Safety Committee has reviewed and recommends acceptance. This ordinance is subject to attorney approval. Now, as you notice, we said that the contract expired in 2018. So, again, long time coming. This has been something that we have been working on, staff, the union, the attorneys. There's a year and a half left on it, so it's almost like we finish this and we start negotiations again. Or so it feels, but give us a couple of weeks before you guys start. So thank you to everyone who has put forth time and effort in working and trying to get this done. Obviously, our attorneys, our Public Safety Committee, and definitely the union. With that, may I have a motion to approve this ordinance, please?
I was gonna make a motion not to approve. it,
Everybody,
but
don't
that's-
everybody jump at once. Trustee Watts, second. Trustee Jaskowitz, may I have a roll call vote, please?
Yes, Mayor. Trustee Zarate?
Yes.
Trustee Watts?
Yes.
Trustee Lawler?
Yes.
Trustee Jaskowitz?
Yes.
Mayor Basta?
Yes, thank you. Congratulations. Map 3. Oh. That's a big deal. All right. Next ordinance up this evening is 21-028. Approved negotiation agreement between Metropolitan Alliance of Police Bolingbrook Command Chapter 4 and the Village of Bolingbrook. Again, May 1st, 2018, expiring on April 30th, 2023, subject to attorney approval. This ordinance approves the collective bargaining agreement with the Metropolitan Alliance of Police Chapter 4, the sergeants and the lieutenants for a term of 5 years, starting May 1st, 2018 through April 30th, 2023. The current agreement expired April 30th, 2018. The new agreement contains a 2.5 wage increase effective May 1st each year for the first 4 years and 2.75 increase for the 5th year. Also effective May 1st, 2021, the base salary of sergeants and lieutenants will now be indexed off the top investigator's base salary, which is 3% higher than the current index for the top patrolman. Insurance contributions will increase from the staff for 5%, 5%, 5%, 5%, and 9%. The retiree health insurance contributions will be a total of 6, 3 on the village and 3 on the employees. The Public Safety Committee has reviewed and recommends acceptance. This ordinance is subject to attorney approval. Again, expired, worked very hard on it, appreciate everyone's efforts, and we look forward to seeing a lot of improvements to come after this contract expires. May I have a motion to approve this ordinance, please?
So moved.
Second.
Trustee Jaskowitz, second. Trustee Lawler, may I have a roll call vote, please?
Yes, Mayor. Trustee Zarate?
Yes.
Trustee Watts?
Yes.
Trustee Lawler?
Yes.
Trustee Jaskowitz?
Yes.
Mayor Basta?
Yes, thank you. Congratulations to MAP 4. Okay, any questions from the audience or the press this evening? All right. We are off to, that was not bad at all.
Yeah,
No.
very good.
Very good.
Wow. That's what doing your homework gets you guys. Look at that.
We have homework? Oh.
You guys have been working pretty hard. Public safety, the solid waste commission. I mean, this, good job. Good job. Congratulations. All right, trustee comments. Trustee Zarate.
Thank you, Mayor. The veterans of the Foreign Wars of VFW Post 5917 and American Legion Post 1288 begins Poppy Days. When it will be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, May 14th through the 16th at the intersections throughout Bolingbrook. Honor the fallen, support the living, wear a poppy to honor those who have worn our nation's uniform. All donations received are used for programs that support veterans and the military community and their families. Thank you, that's all I have to.
Thank you. Trustee Lawler.
A few weeks ago, I had an opportunity to meet a resident who, their backyard was filled with rows of plants. And they advised me that it was in preparation for what I'm about to announce. The Bolingbrook Garden Club has an annual plant sale. This year, because of COVID, they're doing it online. So you're gonna go to, and we'll have this up on the village website, bolingbrook-garden-club.square.site. Good luck with that. So go back and read it on bolingbrook.com. And you'll be able to pick up your plants on May 14th and 15th. And that money that is raised from growing the plants and making them available for purchase by our residents will be used for scholarships and civic programs. The Bolingbrook Garden Club has a long-standing history of supporting the community.
I have to tell you that they do have a Facebook page, and you can see all of their plants, and prices are awesome. I had to put in my order, because I don't have a green thumb. I can't plant anything in my backyard.
My specialty
Not even
is,
grass.
you know, they don't last long in the house, so. And then one other thing that I keep getting asked about, we've got a summer concert series coming up. And that's probably the number one question that I get asked as I, around the community. The Park District, this is a combination of partnership with the Bolingbrook Park District. They host and hire the first 6 bands, and the Village of Bolingbrook hosts and hires the remaining bands. I was right before I knew it. It's going to start Wednesday, June 2nd. Some people wanted it to start in May, even with the nice weather today. But I'll give you the names of the groups so you can start researching for the Park District bands. But it's every Wednesday night at 7:30 to 9 p.m. The beautiful Roger C. Clare Performing Arts Center behind Village Hall. Bring your own blankets, bring some food and beverages, but support the concession stand as well. So the first 6 bands, you can look up online and see what music they play, but it's all good every week. Voyage is the first one. Return to Soul is next. Rhythm Giants, The Walk-Ins, June's Got the Cash. I think that might be June Carter Cash and Johnny Cash. And Millennials. So those are the first 6 bands the Park District has contracted. And it's, again, every week is different and every week is great. And those will go all the way through Wednesday, August 25th. And some of the bands have been booked, but we're going to hold off and let you do your research on the first 6. And if you pass the test, we'll tell you the rest. That's all I have. Thank you.
Trustee Watts.
I'd like to start by congratulating Mayor Ali and Michael Shea on their appointments, reappointments, and thank them for their continued service. Now more than ever, it's greatly appreciated that residents are stepping up to serve. Next, I'd like to touch on the garbage billing. So I can't say that I totally agree with the premise that was presented this year around the tax argument, or even how the referendum was worded. But I do believe it's clear that the bottom line is that our residents have angst and concern around the separate billing. And so I would like to see, similar to how we're conducting the Solid Waste Committee, that we can also present to the community sort of the options in that space, just so that we can, analyze the situation and provide, thorough output to the community as it relates to options with regard to the separate billing. I'm extremely pleased as it relates to coming to terms on the MAP 3 and MAP 4 contract negotiations, to see that come to terms. It's a long time coming, very complicated in nature with all the issues related to resolving the contract. But, as part of the Public Safety Committee meeting where this was approved, we had an opportunity to hear directly from men from the actual MAP 3 and MAP 4 union, and to get their perspective on things. And so just how we are pleased, they are pleased as well. And so we look forward to moving forward and hopefully, avoiding a long scenario like we just encountered and coming to terms. So congratulations and thank you to everyone involved in that process. The hard work is greatly appreciated. Finally, we have a kids garage sale that's being provided and presented by the Bolingbrook Park District. It takes place Saturday, May 15th from 10 to 1 o'clock p.m. at the Bolingbrook Recreation and Aquatic Center. It's for kids aged 6 through 15. So this gives parents and kids the opportunity to clean out your old storage, your closets, wherever you're holding all of those toys that are no longer being used. You can reserve your table for just $5 and set up items for customers to purchase. And again, that takes place at the BRAC on Saturday, May 15th from 10 to 1 o'clock p.m. Thank you.
Thank you. Trustee Jaskowitz.
Well, I'd like to echo some of Trustee Watts' comments about congratulations to Mir and Michael for continuing to serve, for the police to winning a good contract, and we appreciate you working with us and all that. And I just want to say I agree that we need to take a look at what's going on with the garbage, especially with the way the referendum turned out, and I hope that we do consider some options in that area as well. A couple of big announcements. Our golf courses are competing against each other for Mother's Day. So each of them are offering a brunch. Whoever gets the most attendance will probably get a certificate from the mayor. So
I
it
thought you were
depends
going to
on-
invite me.
You got Ashbury's, which is on the east side of town. You got the Bolingbrook Golf Course, which is on the west side of town. And I think they're both having them on the same day, so they can flip. They're on May 9th, Mother's Day.
It's awesome.
One other thing I would like to do, I wasn't sure if this was going to be my last meeting or May was going to be my last meeting. I expected this one to be my swan song. I had my Gettysburg Address all planned to speak and everything else. But I also have a little bit of a token gift for all those who have been interacting with me over the last 4 years. So I ordered it for tonight because it's a handcrafted special hot chocolate bomb.
Ooh.
And it's probably the best hot chocolate you'll ever taste. Some of you know that I moved to the Pekin area, and when we got there, people kept talking about these chocolate bombs, and I go, what's a chocolate bomb? You know, and so they ordered them. Now I ordered the tame ones. You can order them with alcohol, you can order them with any way you want. They're very customized, okay? I have instructions in here on how to use them, and so on, but I would like to give these to all those who have been supportive over the last 4 years and have played a role in my trusteeship here.
Trusteeship.
But next week, I will have a little speech to give, if I'm allowed to.
Are you going to bring another gift next week?
No, you're lucky to get this one.
If I like this one, can I ask for another one next time?
Thank you.
Thank you, Bob.
Do I get the rest? Aww.
Absolutely. I'm gonna give you this one.
There's Jeff right there. Are you talking for Jeff LaJoy? See, his head's shining right there.
Oh, he's hiding.
Yeah.
He's in
Thank
the
you, Bob.
softer light area, so you can't.
Out of uniform. Wow, look at this.
He's got it.
Thank you, Bob. That was very nice of you. Bob is walking around the boardroom and he's giving it to all the staff that's here. The good thing about all this is that just goes to show you how many people are here.
Not everybody that's here. But basically, the way these work is you warm up some milk, and then when you drop them in, they float for a while, and they sink to the bottom, and then they explode. And marshmallows shoot to the top, and it's a powdery mix, and it's the richest hot chocolate you're ever gonna have.
All right. Thank you, Bob. That's very nice of you. Thank you. Did you have something else?
I'm good.
You're good?
I'm good.
All right, I know this is a little bit different, but Mr. Odelson,
Yes,
you have some comments this evening.
yes. More of a report than a comment. For the mayor knows, but for the trustees that don't know, a grievance and arbitration was filed by our Public Works Union. We litigated over scheduling during the COVID season by the mayor. We fought the arbitration and received a successful outcome from the arbitrator this week, saying that the village, through the COVID season, through the proclamation of the governor, was correct in how we conducted our business. That's the short of it. The arbitration's a little longer. We were very pleased because governmental bodies don't win many grievances and arbitrations in Illinois. So when we do, I think it's something that we should be happy with and be proud of. I want to thank the Lucas and everyone who helped us with the arbitration, and Kerry Horvath, the senior partner in my office. We should never have gone to a grievance, but when they do, you have to litigate them, and we did, and we won, and I'm very pleased with that. So thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Congratulations
Thank you.
to everyone. That's definitely, we don't like to go to arbitration, but I guess when we have to, we
You have
do.
to, yeah.
And we try to do everything that we can to make sure that our i's are dotted and our t's are crossed. Before we close this evening, I would be remiss if I did not thank our firefighters and our policemen that have been helping us over the span of, I think, 4 weeks and 4 more weeks to come with the COVID vaccine. These ladies and gentlemen have been working numerous hours to make sure that our residents have the vaccine, get the vaccine. You know, we've put it out. Joy Basil, who has just been COVID queen or vaccine queen, I don't even know what to call you. But all things vaccine, and Ken Temple has also been very helpful. But, you know, the work and the time and the effort, and we have gotten nothing but positive feedback. They're very excited, they're very welcoming. Many times people get the vaccine and don't even know they got the vaccine. It's like, get up, let's go. But we are in the second round right now so the first rounds are all done, 4 weeks, I think, of first rounds. And I believe the numbers, including what took place at Victory, were right around 6,000 number, right? Give or take. So anyway, thank you to all of those who have helped with that. And we look forward to probably getting more vaccines and having that available, possibly.
Right now, we're waiting to see if the Pfizer vaccine becomes available between the 12 to 16-year-olds.
Right. And that's the key. That's our next goal of vaccine, is getting the youth. Right now, we had the Moderna, which was 18 and plus. But again, if you are looking for the vaccine, Vax Up Bolingbrook, please sign up. We'll let you know what's available, when it's available, and we're right here, we're local. You don't necessarily have to be a Bolingbroker. If you have family or friends, the key right now is to get as many people who choose to be vaccinated. With that, we have no executive session this evening. May I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved. Second.
Trustee Jaskowitz, second Trustee Watts. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We stand adjourned. Thank you so much. Have a good evening.
Thank you. Beth, you have your